So let us continue with shear moment equations with problem number 2. So meron ulit tayo ditong simply supported beam, but this time we have a combination of uniformly distributed load with magnitude of 5 kilonewton per meter and a concentrated load of 20 kilonewtons at C. So we have three segments, AB, BC, and CD. And these are the measurements of the distances of the three segments. So first step is to solve for the reactions at the supports. So kahit walang value yung X component sa hinge support, kailangan papakita pa rin natin yan doon sa pag-solve natin ng reaction. Like for this one, and in our first problem, you have the vertical component ng reaction sa A. Although 0 yung horizontal, sinama pa rin natin dito. Because placing the components here ay magpapakita na we have a hinge support dito. Kasi wala na yung hinge support but represented by the components of the reactions na. And for RD, so this is the amount of the reaction. So the same thing na ginawa natin doon sa sample problem 1. If we have three segments, then you will have three sets of equations for shear and moment. So we start with AB. So you pass an imaginary cutting plane through AB. And then, considering the left side of the cutting plane, measure the distance from A. So for segment AB, our limit is from 0 to 2. So dito sa segment AB, since meron tayong uniformly distributed load, kung ano lang yung distance nito na merong distance na, or ibig sabihin yun nasakop lang ng x distance, yun lang ang gagamitin mo para sa summation ng vertical forces. Kasi in the original beam or loading, ito yung segment AB with distance of 2 meters. At dun sa kabuuan ng 2 meters, dyan naka-apply yung 5 kilonewtons per meter. But since yung ating imaginary cutting plane ay hanggang dito lang at any distance x between 0 to 2, so sa pag-sum up ng vertical forces, itong kapraso lang na to ang kukuhanan mo ng equivalent single force. So you need to get the equivalent single force or resultant of this uniformly distributed load para pwede nating i-add dito sa ating concentrated load or reaction na vertical load or vertical force sa A. So to get the resultant, so we will simply multiply the magnitude of 5 kilonewtons per meter by distance x. So that is 5x. And you also locate this resultant from the imaginary cutting plane. So para malocate natin, since this is uniformly distributed or yung rectangular loading, considering the distance x, ang resultant nito ay midway lang or nasa gitna lang. So ibig sabihin, if this is distance x, for this uniformly distributed load or rectangular load, ang sentro nito ay x over 2 from A and x over 2 from the imaginary cutting plane. So to get the shear equation, so we will sum up the vertical forces to the left of the cutting plane. So in this case, dahil na convert na natin itong uniformly distributed load into its equivalent single force, so pwede na nating i-add ito dito sa reaction at A. At itong dalawang vertical forces na yan, ang nasakop nitong distance x. So ito ang isasama natin sa equation. So we have RAY multiplied by or minus 5 by x. Kasi itong 5 kilonewton per meter, minultiply natin ng distance x, which is in meters also, so that 5x is now in kilonewtons na. Kaya pwede nating i-add yung reaction na 12.22 doon sa 5x. And simplifying this, the shear equation for AB is V equals 12.22 minus 5x. And for the moment equation, so RAX will rotate in clockwise direction with moment arm of x, and 5x in counterclockwise direction with moment arm of x minus 2. So when you sum up those moments to the left of the cutting plane, so we have RAY by x minus, because it is counterclockwise, hanggang dito, pag umikot siya dito, so that will be minus 5x by its distance of x over 2. So if you substitute RAY, which is 12.22 in this equation, and simplifying this, so this is the moment equation for segment AB, which is 12.22x minus 5x squared. So this is again our original beam, and this time sa segment BC naman, we pass an imaginary cutting plane through BC, measure the distance from A. So this is now segment BC, and for segment BC, the limit or limits is from 2.0 meter to 3.5 meters. So mapapansin natin na dito sa distance x from segment BC, kung saan dumaan yung imaginary cutting plane, yung uniformly distributed load ay buo ng kasama. But it is still required to get the equivalent single force of this para pwede nating i-add or subtract from other vertical forces na nasakop nitong distance x. So the equivalent single force of this uniform load is 5 kilonewtons per meter multiplied by 2 meters, or this is equivalent to 10 kilonewtons. And it has a distance of x minus 1 meter from the imaginary cutting plane. So how did we get this one? So since this is a rectangular loading, ang centroid nito ay midway lang or nasa gitna. Or if this is 2 meters, so it is 1 meter from A and 1 meter from B. And since what we need is the distance from this centroid up to the imaginary cutting plane, so that would be x minus 1 meter. So for the shear equation, we'll sum up the vertical forces to the left of the imaginary cutting plane. So again, the vertical forces involved are RAY and the 10 kilonewton force. And simplifying, our shear equation for BC is V equals 2.22. And for the moment equation, the forces that will rotate about this point will be the RAY, or the vertical component of the reaction at A, and the 10 kilonewton force. And these are their moment arms. So yung summation of moments to the left of the imaginary cutting plane we will have 12.22 kilonewtons in clockwise direction with moment arm of x, and 10 kilonewtons will rotate in counterclockwise direction, so that's minus multiplied by its moment arm of 10 of x minus 1. So if we will simplify this equation, we will have the moment equation for BC equals 2.22x plus 10. And for segment CD, so pass an imaginary cutting plane, measure that from A. This is now our FBD for CD, considering the left side of the cutting plane. Our limit now is 3.5 to 4.5. So again, uniformly distributed load ito, you need to get the equivalent single force or the resultant by multiplying 5 kilonewtons per meter by 2 meters, and it is located at 1.5 meter from either side of this segment. So that this will be the forces na nasakop ng X. We have RAY, we have this equivalent single force nitong distributed load, and the 20 kilonewton force. So tatlo na yung vertical forces. So that when you sum up, so 12.22 minus 10 minus 20, or V equals negative 17.78 kilonewtons for the shear equation for CD. And for the moment equation, of course, you need the distances of the other forces kasi ito may distance x na yan eh. So for 10 kilonewton, since this is 1 meter from A, at ang kailangan mo ay distance to the imaginary cutting plane, so that will be x minus 1. And for the 20 kilonewton force, we have x minus 3.5 meters. So for the moment equation, 12.22 is clockwise with moment arm of x. 10 is counterclockwise with moment arm of x minus 1. And 20 is counterclockwise with moment arm of x minus 3.5. So simplifying this, we have m equals negative 17.78x plus 80. So now we are going to substitute the values of x using the shear and moment equations for each segment. So ginamit ko rin ulit ang 0.5 meter increment. So that for segment AB na may limit na 0 to 2.0, ang x values start from 0, then 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, and 2.0. Using the shear equation and the moment equation, so find the values for the corresponding x. So that these are the values for the shear and the moment. So hindi ko na diniscuss isa-isa kasi alam ko naman na nakukuha nyo na yung procedure or yung technique kung paano natin makuha ang shear and moment values at each point considering the distance x. So you will just have to substitute the value of x sa shear equation and moment equation para makuha natin lahat itong values na ito. So the same for segment BC na ang limit ay from 2.0 meter to 3.5 meters. And with this equation, so these are the shear and moment values. So again, since dito sa shear equation natin, walang variable x, para mag-substitute tayo ng x distance, the shear values are the same at these points in segment BC na may distance na x equals 2.0 or 2.5, etc. While for the moment, since may x variable tayo dito, so pwede tayo mag-substitute ng values na ito for this corresponding moment values. And for segment BC, so ganun din, 0.5 meter increment, then solve for the shear and moment. So again, although hindi pa natin na ipa-plot itong mga values na ito, yung last point ng segment, ang moment dapat ay 0. So to close the graph later or the diagram later pagka nag-plot na ng values. So this is now our beam. So again, what you will do when plotting the values, you draw a line parallel to the beam. So one for the shear diagram and the other one for the moment. Dito nasabay ko lang na mailagay pero you can do it na gawin mo muna yung shear diagram bago ka gumawa ng isa pang line para sa moment. And also, using the increments of 0.5, ay discretion ko lang yon, but you can use other increments. Like, for example, for every 0.2 meter, although masyado ng maraming points ang magagawa mo dito. And later on, hindi na tayo gagamit ng mga increments, kundi we will just get the values of shear and moment from end to end ng segment na mas mabilis basta susundin lang natin yung guidelines. So I will give the guidelines later in another video. So for the shear diagram, so again, ito yung points with 0.5 meter increment. So let us now plot the values na nakuha natin. So for segment AB, these are the values at the different points. So we have positive values, lahat positive. Then for BC, okay, so ito yung nakuha natin. So you take note of point B again. Kasi sa point B, we have two segments na nakakonect, BA and BC. So that at point B, meron tayong dalawang values ng shear. Yung isa ay yung 2.22, which is to the left of B, kasi galing yan doon sa segment AB. And then, yung 12.22 ay doon naman sa right side of B, or we may say that this is the shear value to the right of B, kasi ginamit natin ang shear equation to solve for this shear equation ng BC. Then for CD, ito naman yung values ng shear. So after plotting the ordinates, so you connect these points. So from left to right then, the same way na ginawa natin sa unang problem. Okay? Now, for the moment diagram, so we will also plot the values. And it happens na lahat ng values ng moment ay positive. So I will just repeat the procedure ng pag-connect ng points. So kasi dito, meron na tayong curved line na makukuha dahil pag tinignan natin yung difference between two consecutive values, hindi na constant, or meaning hindi na constant yung rate of change. Like for this one, from 0 to 4.86, ang difference niyan ay 4.86. While between 7.22 and 4.86, 2.36. And if you will check for the other succeeding differences between two consecutive values, hindi na constant yung rate of change. So if that happens, makaka-create na tayo dyan when we connect the points or yung dulo ng mga ordinates, ang makikreate na dyan ay curved line. Unlike nito, na straight line pa rin, dahil kapag kinuha natin yung difference between two consecutive values, pare-parehas yung makukuhang difference. So that when we connect these ordinates, so for AB, we have a curved line. While for this segment, BC, so dito, we still have a straight line dito. Kasi pag tiningnan natin yung difference between two consecutive values, makikita natin na pare-parehas yung difference nila. And for segment CD, so it's the same. Ang difference between two consecutive values ay 17.77 minus 8.88 or 8.89. So parehas din. So if we will connect the points, so we will have a straight line. So this is now the shaded shear and moment diagrams. And based on the values, the maximum shear is 17.78 kilonewton. So again, when getting the maximum value, whether it is positive or negative, you get the absolute value of the maximum shear, and the same for the moment. So dito kasi nagkataon, lahat ng moment values ay positive. Now in the next problems that we will solve, or wherein we will draw the shear and moment diagrams, we will not use the increments anymore, but then ang kukunin na lang natin ay, although we will still formulate the shear and moment equations, ang kunin na lang natin ay yung values from end to end of each segment. And there will be some guidelines kung paano natin ipa-plot ang bawat diagram. Like for this one, yung bawat line na ito ay merong degree. So, meron tayong susundan na degree. Like for this one, this is a straight line. Pagdating dito, naging curved line na. So, kasi may sinusunod tayo na degree dyan, kung ano na ang magiging itsura ng diagram. Kung straight line ba ito, or naka-curved line ba, or ito ba ay curved line. Or kung curved line ito, is it concave upward or concave downward. And also, titingnan din natin, or we have to observe carefully kung saang point tumapat na merong maximum value of moment. Like for this diagram, makikita natin na yung maximum moment of 17.77 ay tumapat dito sa point C. So anong meron dito sa point C? So, although dito, mataas ang value, but the maximum is at point C. So, makikita natin na yung maximum moment ay tumapat doon sa point of zero shear. So, meaning, based doon sa shear diagram na nakreate natin, sa point C, meron tayong zero shear. So, what do we mean by that? For segment BC, ang shear value ay 12.22. And considering point C na may dalawang segment na CB and CD, itong 12.22, which is positive, is the shear value to the left of C. While the negative 17.78 shear value is to the right of C. Kasi ito ay sa segment CD na, na-solve using the shear equation for segment CD. And since at C, meron tayong positive, tapos nagkaroon ng negative, or nag-deviate, or nabago ang value at that point from positive to negative, definitely, dadaan yan sa zero shear. So at that point, na may point of zero shear, posible na doon magkaroon ng maximum moment because it's a case-to-case basis pa rin. Depende rin yan sa loading. Later, magkakaroon tayo ng example na may involved na couple. And we can observe what if there is a couple at that point. Doon din ba lalabas ang maximum moment? But for the meantime, here, at point of zero shear, nandiyan ang maximum moment.